Hi, I'm Daryl Trimble from SP Marketplace. This is another one of our Get It Done SharePoint productivity videos. In this one, we're going to talk about a new tool that Microsoft recently came out with called SharePoint File Migrator. They didn't make a big deal about it. We just happened to see it in our SharePoint Online Office 365 come up as an opportunity to use something. And what it does is it's a very simple yet powerful tool to migrate files or documents from SharePoint on-prem or from your file shares in OneDrive. So just a little bit about us. We are SP Marketplace. We provide out-of-the-box portal solutions on SharePoint. So instead of having to write everything yourself, we have full solution templates for an intranet and for different departments, as well as full applications for things like help desks, HR, employee record keeping, onboarding, facilities work orders, and other things. Check out our products at spmarketplace.com. It will actually transform your Office 365 and SharePoint into a digital workplace that will be embraced by your users and increase productivity across your organization. Let's go and take a look at the SharePoint Migrator. Hi, this is Daryl Trimble from SP Marketplace. I want to show you a cool new tool that we saw Microsoft came out with for moving files and documents. It's called SharePoint Migrator, and I'm going to actually demonstrate this today. So one of the things that we have is we have, of course, using our own products, we have a full intranet suite and departments and so on. And our marketing group uses our marketing portal product out there to manage all of our campaigns and collateral and social networking and stuff like that. It's a great product if you're doing a lot of marketing. But one of the things that we need to do is make sure that we get our collateral updated and all the collateral loaded to our marketing documents library here. And so I'm going to go ahead and open this. And I'm going to actually want to load it into collateral. So I've got a lot of these out on my own drive here, which is actually a OneDrive here. And it's in this library here. So SharePoint Migrator can actually migrate files and documents and so on from both your file servers and your own client, as well as migrating from on-premise SharePoint document libraries to SharePoint Online. That's its main thing, is to populate SharePoint Online. So if we take a look at this, I've got a number of things in here that I want to migrate. So I'm going to start up here, SharePoint Migrator, and here we go, and you just sign in. So I'm going to sign in with my email here. So here we go, and I need to migrate some collateral documents to my SharePoint Online marketing site. So it says start your first migration. And I'm going to let it know that actually I'm going from a file share. And what file share do I want to migrate? And it takes me, of course, over to my areas here. So it's actually in, as I mentioned, my OneDrive here, and for OneDrive for Business. And it's in the marketing library here. And within the marketing library, I have collateral. And it's actually the product features list here in this folder. Okay, and I'll select that. So I've selected where this is at, and I'm going to hit next. Okay, now it says select a destination. So I'm going to go over here, and it's actually you put in the name of the site here, and so I will do that. Bring that over here and replace this with that site. And I'll say next. Okay, and now what is happening is it is actually locating the folder on my OneDrive, or actually on my client here, and it's showing me the different document libraries. And I'm going into marketing documents is where I would like to go. And it shows me that, okay, and so I've got this source here, and I can add other sources too, but I'm just going to go and say next, okay, and by hitting next, I can actually go in and then choose my settings, so I can migrate file version history. That's awesome. Especially if you're tracking different things like policies or whatever as well. Active Azure, Active Directory, lookup can be on. And you can also preserve file share permissions or only perform the scanning portion of this to make sure it does it. So I'm going to, let's just see what advanced settings has here. Okay. Oh, I see. And you can actually use a mapping file here to actually map a bunch of things. You can run once, you can run multiple times. You can actually, looks like, choose things by some of the properties of the file as well too. So that's really cool on this. But I'm going to close this up and just keep it simple. And I'm going to just say migrate everything in there to the document library. And here it is, migrating. So I'm going to actually put it on pause here so it'll seem like it's really fast. But it does take a little bit of time, but it's not bad at all as well. So here we can see it's scanned for the files out there, and it keeps you apprised of how many are going. So here's 10 items here that are going. Okay, it now looks like the migration has been completed, 10 out of 10 items. Were completed. I can save this if I wish to do this again. I'm going to say no. Now here we are back in my SharePoint library, and here are the files that were migrated over. You can see that created by the system account here. And so it clearly moved them over successfully. I could have also targeted a folder or something like that for them to go into. I'll also show you here, this is the report that it gives, that it basically says, what was the source, what was the destination, what was the files, and whether it was successfully migrated and so on here too. So an excellent little tool, and it looks like obviously you can do more with it in filtering files and also targeting files and even scheduling file movement too. So that's kind of our overview of SharePoint Migrator. Well, I hope this was helpful. We've also made it easy so you can find SharePoint Migrator. Link to it on our website for the download. And so if you go to spmarketplace.com/migration, we will not only give you a link to the SharePoint Migrator, but also some information on our SP Data Manager, which allows you to move lists and actually map and do a lot of data transformation between SharePoint on-premise and SharePoint Online.